Babies.
That's what they are. A bunch of babies didn't get the track they wanted, so they didn't show up. Alright, welcome everyone. We're live. It's Zenith Online Racing Pre-Season Testing. I think this is our 4th test now. We're in Belgium,
Yes.
Spa-Francorchamps, for a little bit of short qualifying and 50% race. Not that many people have showed up tonight. Janet, surviving the heat wave in the UK, is here. No excuses for the rest of you. It's also very hot here today as well. Just got home, haven't had a shower, haven't had dinner yet. Literally just jumped right on the mic to get a stream going for you guys. I do have to feed my cat, so I'm going to have to step away and do that for a moment. So let's find somebody to ride with. Asylum just started a lap. Beck has joined. That's good news. GP, I'm going to ride with Asylum if you want to take us around the lap. I'm going to get my cat some dinner, and we're going to have to just... I'll leave him on the broadcast view there, so I'll be back to
Okay. Well, so far so good. Looks like he's get through a route up. Oh geez, I forget the name of the goddamn hill. Terrible camera angle here. Here we go. Not bad through there. Nice wide entrance, keeping it nice and tight. Very solid lap, at least this part of it. Looks really good so far. There's a yellow flag ahead of him, that's gone away. Really strong lap. Maybe a little wide there. He will be setting the first time, I believe, so perhaps. Now down pretty much the fastest part of the track. Flat out right through that turn. And approaching the bus stop chicane. This one's always a little tricky on the exit. And he nails it. And what is his time? He sets a 1:46.6. Well, there you go. There's the initial benchmark for all these guys to surpass. So I'm on board with Adri right now. I think he is the next one for setting a time. Ooh, a little deep maybe. However, he got through the second part of that chicane really well. And what's his time? Ooh, couple seconds. Wow, that's pretty good. Spider-Man fan at 1:45. Let's see who else we got coming. I'm trying to get the McLaren. Where am I? Here we go. All right, let's ride on board with Private Jet Chew. He's just started his lap. On board the McLaren. Pre-Seaon, that's the damn name. Very well, went through there quite well.
Yes, Pre-Seaon is the top of Rouge.
Right.
And just back. I'm actually riding with Vinny right now, but I guess he's done his lap. He's going pretty slow. Just gotta get a little wine. Actually, yeah, I'll be back. In a minute. Let's see if we can get somebody on a hot lap before I step away again. I just gotta fill up my wine and
tell me.
Take a leak.
Yeah,
quickly.
tell me who you're gonna be picking.
I emptied. My cat's been not eating, like he's been like only eating like the fresh kibble off the top. So I emptied it out, and like refilled it today with some fresh stuff. He ate more of it today than he's eaten in like 2 weeks.
Wow.
It's like, wow, he is really picky, eh? Let's, who do we got here? Beck just started a lap. Let's ride with Beck. I'm gonna go on board with Beck. Very quick driver. Tends to get into some incidents occasionally though. Looking smooth through there.
I'll jump on board with him in a second.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow in Private. And Private is wrapping up his first lap, and Not bad. 146.8. Good enough for P5. So let's go to Beck. Beck 9000. In the Ferrari. Lucky. Beautiful car. Beautiful car. Keeps it nice and tight. Wow, that was fantastic. And wow, I'm going to have to steal his setup. Ooh, a little wide, but he didn't invalidate. This corner is very tricky. Drop down into 7th gear. A little wide there. Up to 8th. Looked very good through there. Maybe a little bit of a wide finish.
That's the thing with this lap. If you screw up, you're basically done. Like, you know, you've only got like 2 or 3 runs max. Maybe 2.
Right.
2 good hot laps probably. Imagine doing a sprint here, it'd be like 3 laps. Pretty funny to think about, but...
So
alright, we got our
stop.
wine. Had the washroom break. The cat is fed. So we did.
And back up to P3. Nicely done.
Say is light years ahead of everyone else here. Which is,
Let's see.
I mean, he was the one that chose the track options today, so I wonder if that may be a little bit beneficial to say he's too fast for assists. I'll say it. He should lose a couple of those.
He should challenge himself a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
I think he's like, I mean, to come in here and be beating Adrian Beck, and he's a pretty new guy to the league overall. I definitely think he could lose an assist or 2 and still be pretty rapid. Like, maybe not all of them, but, you know, 1 or 2 of them, and probably maybe, like, ease into it a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, he has improved steadily.
Yeah. Ultimately, though, if that's how he's comfortable playing, and that's what's going to give him his best experience in the league, and, you know, there's going to be other guys that are in the same boat. They just don't want to drop the assists, and there'll be competition for all of those guys, no matter where they end up, right? So,
Yep.
whether they're
Absolutely.
in elite, or trying to come up with the, I don't know if we're going to change the names of the tiers. I think tier 1, 2, 3 is a little disingenuous now with the way we're going to be sorting. So I think we're going to have to come up with a way to describe the no assist drivers and then the assist drivers in their own, like, you know, I was thinking like elite would be the top tier, and then like advanced and pro or something like that.
Yeah,
And
nobody would be hurt by those names.
Yeah, advanced, the professional is tier 3, advanced is tier 2, and they both allow assists, and then your elite tier has no assists, or racing line only, as you would say.
So I'm riding on board with Lunar. I think did Lunar win tier 2 season 7?
Did he win tier 2, or was he tier 3?
Yeah, he wasn't in tier 3.
No, he might have won tier. He might have won tier 2, because I know who was that other guy who was really right there with him all season. He was close to winning as well, and I think he's going into the no assist group.
There was Grim, and was it oh jeez, I'm at a loss for names right now. I'll think of it.
I know who you're talking about, but I think it's
You looking it up?
I can look it up. Fusion's crashed out, I didn't notice that, but
I'll get it. I got let's see, tier 2 standings. It was,
I'm on board with Lunar as he wraps up his lap and making his way through Blanchimont right now.
oh, there was a
First no DNF race of the season. Let's go. We got Frank in here
Brian
again?
Scott. It was Brian Scott. Finished
Ah,
P2.
yeah, that's
Lunar,
who it was. Yeah.
Lunar finished first.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's like an actual name. It's not just a PSN name. And I'm trying to remember who it was. But yeah.
So,
Franco, I think, what is he? Frank Latank, I think. He was the guy that came in. I think he's going no assist. A couple of the new guys that just signed up are actually going no assist, which is really good to see.
wow.
Yeah. I mean, that might be why they came, right? They might have seen, oh,
Yeah.
these guys have no assist group. Let's go there. Yeah, that was partially why the decision was made. It wasn't just about who is here now. It was about drawing new people in and building building up to a fourth tier eventually, and something that we'll eventually do. But right now we got to just focus on the guys we have here, and we build from there. So ideally, what we'll end up having is a tier 1 and a tier 2 for both assists and no assists, and then you know, you can kind of jump between the two if you decide, you know what, I've tried no assists, I actually like it better, I'm going to try and switch over to the other group, and you've still got somewhere to race no matter how you want to do it. And you're only facing people, I wouldn't say only, because I think there will end up being guys without assists that will have to go into tier 2 and 3 just because of their pace, but ideally we're going to try and keep everybody separate so that they're only racing people on even terms.
Yeah, I might have to keep on the brake assist. I definitely will keep the line on, but the brake assist, man, oh man, I'm struggling with.
Yeah,
with
have you tried messing around with the brake settings on the pedals yet, or?
No, to be honest, I really haven't spent all that much time trying to figure it out.
So Puff, maybe find someone that doesn't, or maybe look for someone who has the same wheel as you. And then see how they
T500.
Yeah, if you can find someone with a similar wheel and then figure out how they're doing it without ABS, then maybe get some tips. It might just be a settings thing. I imagine you just, as soon as you touch the brakes, you just walk up, right?
Yeah.
It's probably overly sensitive, I guess.
Sorry, Beck. I don't know what happened to Beck there, but he just lost his entire front wing. Got sideways, almost in a straightaway. I don't understand.
Just
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No problem.
Yeah, so I believe you're right that it's got to be some sort of setting, because it's not that I'm pressing too hard. I'm really just touching the brake essentially, and they're locking up. So I'll probably have to reach out to the group, see what they have to say about it.
Yeah, and imagine it's probably something to do with the saturation. Like it probably is registering as like an on-off rather than like a threshold type thing, where it's like you can, like a lot of guys have like a load cell, right, so that they can slightly compress the brakes rather than just stomp on them.
Right.
The Say even has the auto gears, I think, too, eh?
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, at least his time trial time had that. Traction.
He still spins anyway.
Alright, so Spider-Man fan, I believe, is starting his hot lap. I'm gonna give him some airtime on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, I'll jump on with him. Say he messed his lap up, he spun, so switch over to Spider-Man.
So currently, Spider-Man fan is in P6. That's pretty darn good. There are a lot of really fast guys in this tier, in this race. So he can count himself amongst them now, for sure.
Frank, I don't really know how to answer that question. So this is what he asked. Let's see if we can hash this out since we have some time. If someone is fast with assist and one really fast without it, is there really a big difference? What is the gap? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, there is a big difference in skill, I would say, because if you're able to match, like Seiya is up there at the top time, yet he's, you know, Jinnit, somebody is half a second off who's using line only. So, in my opinion, I would say Jinnit is actually a better driver, even though Seiya is quicker, yes, but Jinnit is actually more skilled, in my opinion, because he's only half a second off. So, do you want to jump in?
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, we have, oh shoot, I lost my train of thought. Go ahead.
Well, anyway, just to elaborate more, it's basically the point is, like, the driving style, everything is affected by those assists. So you're going to have someone like Jinnit going against Seiya in the same tier, or Seiya is going to be able to just slam the brakes into a corner and dive bomb, and he'll get away with it because he'll have the anti-lock brakes, and he'll also have the traction control on the exit. Whereas Jinnit has to be a lot more meticulous and cautious as he enters and exits a corner. And what that'll do is it sort of just creates an imbalance within that group where, you know, they can't really... Like, it's just giving an unfair advantage to somebody. Basically, if you put everyone on even terms, now they're racing heads up, and you'll actually find who is genuinely the best, like, sim racer in this group. And that's what it'll reveal to us, because right now we have, like, last season, everybody was mixed into all groups, and it was by pace, which is good, but it also isn't really... Like, it will affect the racing in a sense, because... being quick, like, you know, say Seiya and Jinnit are both quick drivers, but Seiya has a massive advantage going into a braking zone because he's got more artificial grip from the game, from the assist.
Right.
So Jinnit could, you know, he could try all he wants to defend that, but at the end of the day, like, you know, Seiya is probably going to get him anyway. So what it basically is doing is we're trying to move towards something where the guys without assist and the guys with assist are racing each other, so that, you know, even if that creates a bigger spread through the tier, like, you know, the pace is 3 seconds from top to bottom rather than a second and a half from top to bottom, at least everybody has equal machinery, basically. Everybody's using the same car and the same tools available, right?
Right, yeah, I mean, we're running, the cars are all equal. We're not running realistic cars.
Yeah, exactly. You're not getting flame say. We're just I like to chirp you a little bit because of the assist, but in all, like, you're a good comparison for an assist driver versus a non-assist driver, and you can see the gap. It's 5/10, which is obviously a lot, but you know, one guy's using assist and one is not, so. You know what I mean? It's just... Ultimately, if you want to prove your ultimate skill, you want to prove how quick you really are, the control you have in sim racing, that's where the no assist tier is going to be. If you just want to come out in here and have fun and race fast guys, that's the no assist tier. And that's why we're doing it. There was enough interest last season. Just go ahead.
I was going to say, so if Seiya were to go to tier 2, we'll say,
yeah,
and maintain all his assists, he might, like, truly run away with it. However, Lunar Jedi is right there with him here today, but...
there will be other guys from the top, like, other guys from Tier 1 last season are going to end up in Tier 2, or whatever tier we call it. They're going to end up there because they're not willing to drive without the assist. So there is going to be competition at all levels. Like, no matter what group you're in, you're going to have direct competition. Now, I think that where the real problem lies is going to be, how do we keep the guys that are slower with no assists interested when they're racing guys with assists? How do we keep them in our like, essentially it'd be like your farm league, right? Your no assist guys in tier 2 are going to get absolutely creamed by the assist guys. But ultimately, like, they have a better shot at getting into that no assist tier if they continue to drive with that and improve their skills, right? So
right.
That's the idea, is that eventually down the road there will be 2 groups for each style of racing, so that there's room for everybody in every group. It's going to be a little rough this year, I think. It's going to be a little bit of, you know, there's going to be some things that people are going to complain about. No, it's not fair. I'm stuck in this group with, I don't want to drive with assists, and I'm stuck in this group with assist guys, and...
Well, you know, how many guys do you know of that have signed on to go without assists?
Over 20.
Just the line. Over 20. So then there really shouldn't be any issue.
No, what I'm thinking is I'm if we have, say, 23 no assist guys, I'm going to offer them reserve positions. You know, like the guy at the bottom of the tier 1 no assist group, the slowest guy there, I'll offer them a chance to reserve in the tier 1, because there's always going to be a seat or 2 every week, it seems.
Right.
Most likely. You know, it's not a guarantee, but I think, like, offering them a reserve position to race on even footing is a little bit better than going down to a group with assists and then you know, at the same time, if a seat becomes available, the first guy going up into that no assist tier is going to be the guy in tier 2 racing with no assists, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you got
Yep.
to think about stuff like that as well, because there always is people coming and going.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
yeah, say it doesn't matter, man. Like if you're not comfortable and you're not enjoying it, then don't worry about it. Like you race however you want to race. Like if you don't want to put the time in to learn no assist, then don't. Like just race and have fun. Like that's the whole point. It's fun to bother you about it, but ultimately, like there's going to be other people that you're racing, like guys that you were racing in tier 1 last season will be in a tier with you this season. It's going to be it's not really going to matter at the end of the day. Once we start the season up and everybody's racing, it's just going to be racing. It's not, there's a lot of politics, I guess, right now you would call it, but it's not really a big deal at the end of the day. I think I like to see that some people, really took the challenge to heart, and they've spent the last week or two busting their ass trying to figure out how to get quicker with no assists, right? So like you see, there's different responses to it. There's different, levels of dedication. I don't know. I just
or you know, having the time to do that. I certainly wouldn't be able to spend or put the time into
yeah, and I think that's
learn
part
how
of
to
it.
take all the other assists. I mean, I'm fortunate. In some ways, I've lost all the other assists. The only two I have left are the low brake assist and the line. So I just have that one, the no brake assist to work on. But a lot of other guys probably have, traction control,
Gears.
gears. So it might be a little harder for somebody like that doesn't have the time to put in to learn how to remove one of those. But again, like you said, it's all about having fun. So if that's the case, then they'll race in a tier that they will be, hopefully competitive with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. That's the idea.
So this ought to be interesting. I'm really excited to see these guys here in Belgium. As soon as I saw that it was going to be Belgium, I was like, all right, cool. This is going to be great.
Wait, did they not put formation lap on?
Apparently not.
Who the hell does that?
That was Say, I believe. I don't know who set it up. Yeah, I wonder if everybody else was confused by that because Say is gone. Let's see details.
Yeah, no, we're
Excuse
racing.
me.
I mean, that's who was saying formation lap was bugged. Someone was complaining about that. I don't think that's correct at all.
I didn't see that. So, only two drivers out there on the softs, Beck and Private Jetcher. Everybody else went out on the mediums. Now, those guys on the softs, if they can, there will be, I would assume there'll be a safety car, even though they're running reduced safety car. Is that right? Accurate? Or
There's
not
going to
the
be
way
a
it is.
safety car. I'm sure
So
of it.
those soft-tired drivers right now want it to go, obviously, to just before they would really like to pit, come in, go on to mediums, while the guys already on the mediums now have a tough choice to make.
Mm-hmm.
They probably can't take those softs to the end if they put them on then.
No.
So
It's a long lap around here. I cannot believe we didn't have a formation lap. Who on earth decided that? That is absolutely not the way we run things, so it's a little frustrating.
well, it was an oversight on my part. One time I set up the tier 2 lobby once when I started doing that. Before I got into the swing of things and had it all preset, I forgot to set formation lap.
Well, we've lost Vinny. Gone round there. Fusions with a late move down the inside on Beck. Or sorry, it was spot up triples actually he got by.
Wow, I think so. Hey, it looked a little slippery there. Jinnit made up 0.3 of a second.
Yeah, I was going to
And
say
he's closing it.
that traction control is extremely overpowered on the start as well. That's another big issue, so we don't want to have those guys racing. Oh, no! Oh, that was clumsy stuff there from Lunar and Beck. Beck got through, and then Lunar ran into the back of him and spun him a little bit. It's a very tricky corner to make contact and still be going forward, so... Oh, there's another contact spot on triples, and Lunar's out!
Oh, no.
Well, he didn't ghost. Lunar just plowed into... Lunar just plowed right into the side of spot up triples, and he's out of the race. Well, that's a safety car, I believe. Yeah, safety car is out.
Yeah, well. All right,
well, now it gets interesting.
I think Seye's setup is set for Sector 2 because he seemed to regain his time, his gap, increase his gap back up before that safety car came out. So that's not a bad setup because you can make up a lot of time on guys going through there if you can really nail that sector. Yeah,
Jinnet's actually gotten a little closer to say. I don't know if he's ahead of his delta or not, but gotta be careful not to get a drive-through penalty here. Say he's staying out. Jinnet's gonna pit, I believe. Oh, Jinnet stays out as well, so they all stayed out.
Yeah.
Soft guys are pitting, which makes sense.
We got a McLaren and private
I think
jet
mediums
two.
go the rest of the way from here, probably, eh?
Yeah, I think so. I think you can.
I would think you can get them to the
18.
end.
I think 16 for sure.
Jet two's got a medium. Interesting. I would think hard for sure. You're going to the end, but medium, I think it'd be dicey. But I mean, we are lap 3 right now, so I mean, you're asking the mediums to go 18 laps, which I don't think is completely unrealistic.
No. And to be honest, I mean, I would take the risk of going on the mediums and take the risk that or the assumption that there will be another safety car. It's highly unlikely that we go the rest of the way without another VSC or safety car. So really putting the hards on, I think, is kind of a missed opportunity. Oh no, Beck's out too now. What happened?
He was disqualified, apparently.
Huh.
I wonder if did he get caught in the pit exit and didn't get the car going or something?
I have no idea. I was not
usually
on board with him.
blocking the pit lane is how you get disqualified. Interesting.
So now we have only Extra City on the hards. And Private Jet Jew on fresh mediums. And he can go the rest. Oh, wait, did Private Jet Juice? Yeah, Private started on the softs. It was him and Beck that started on the softs. So Private may not have to pit again if it did in fact go green the rest of the way.
Oh, yeah. Interesting stuff. Still confused about the formation lap there. I'd like to... I know Janet was saying something about the tires not warming up properly or something like that. I'm gonna go back and check that.
Well, here's one. This is one track that you should be able to warm up your tires on a formation lap. It's long enough. I don't understand why the safety car is not in this lap. Or is it? No, it is not. I don't understand that. So we got Asylum boxing.
Why?
I don't know. I'm gonna...
Did he get
I don't know if
damaged?
he needs a wing. His team is there. They're going to put on the hard tires. And they are changing his front wing. So something happened. Maybe he was part of whatever happened to Beck. I'm biased, I guess. I never liked the hard tires. So I just don't see hard tires being beneficial here.
Saying something about desync on formation lap. I don't really get it.
So,
or is it because of all those issues we've seen where people keep getting disqualified at the end of formation lap?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything.
But remember, we've had it like every race we've done. There's been like disqualified from session, right as everybody's parking.
Yeah, I assumed it was because they made contact.
Right, but right at the start line doesn't really make sense, does it?
Oh. Okay.
Like right when they're parking the cars, like why would they be getting disqualified? The computer is taken over, like it's ghosted.
I see.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that.
Oh, we'll look into it. I really hate the idea of no formation lap, though. Like,
they better have a patch for that. So we'll find out in a second.
There's a lot of things they should patch.
Safety car best be in.
Yeah, lights are off.
And it is.
Lights are off. Let's see who gets the better jump here on the restart. Say, leading the pack. He's got Jinnit, Fusions, Adri in tow. Some quality drivers nipping at the bud here.
We'll see what Jinnit can do, because he did not get the same start that Say did, obviously. But now, rolling start, he should be able to stay with him. Just don't get surprised.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't
Fusion's
get caught
right
out
behind
here.
him.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez, yeah, you're right. I wasn't looking at that. The top four, and I don't know spot up triples well enough, but yeah, those top four are definitely fast. Fast enough to stay with Say, I would think.
Yeah. I think he's going to take it right to the line. He's not really looking to punch it here, is he? Going wide, but Jinnit's taking the inside line. So Say gets a little bit better traction, but Jinnit shortened his corner a bit. Jinnit's going to come under threat from Fusions here into turn one. Going to have that covered off nicely. Should get DRS in a couple laps, provided we don't have any more incidents.
Yeah, I think Say taking it wide like that really prevented Jinnit from getting the better start that he wanted, the best start that he wanted. He could, cutting that corner really tight does not give you the opportunity to carry a lot of speed through it. So,
right, Jinnit just getting little extra temps in there. He's gone very deep into that corner. It's not really on the right line through here, and it's kind of one of those corners where if you miss the beginning of it, you kind of miss the rest too.
Yeah, and Fusions wins the first penalty of the race award.
Fusions with a penalty early. It's going to be a factor towards the end. It looks like these three sort of just gapping the rest of the field at the moment.
Yeah.
Adri's falling off, and Adri's sort of in no man's land at the point. Spot up triples is drifting back from him too.
Yeah, that's nothing more boring than being all alone. Nobody in front of you, nobody behind you.
Oh no, Jinnit! Jinnit's lost the wing. He's actually done a nice job recovering that.
Wow. Yep, he lost the bottom half of his wing.
It's such a tricky corner there to get the throttle.
Oh, he's not happy.
No, I'm
assuming
there you go. Not. To get the throttle, just feathering the throttle through there.
Yeah, so
it's very tricky to get it right. So we got a nice little battle going on back here with Asylum, Spider-Man, and Extra City is just pit. And then we also have Jet Jew, T-Money, and Vinny all in tow behind Spot Up Triple. So let's go to this gap. We'll watch this little battle here. Extra City is out, so that might be a safety car. Seems to, or he's retiring the pits, I believe.
Yeah.
It's not enough, I suppose.
Yeah, this
Jinnet's
is
also
this,
pit because he needs a wing.
and he's jumping onto the softs. Yeah, he wants to try to make up some time and then hope for another safety car.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's gonna try and catch up a little bit, and then obviously get a safety car, and then maybe get on another fresh set of softs to the end.
And spot up triples has spun.
Another incident for
But
spot
he's
up.
okay. I don't. Yeah, spot up triples. I don't think he hit anything though. His wing looks fine. So Team Money now really getting close to Vinny Clips. Oh, and gee, sorry. I didn't even get to finish saying it, and he spun. He did a 360 on track, never left the track. No, he didn't hit anything. Well, I'm going to leave you alone, T. Well, Fusions has made some inroads here. He's within DRS.
Okay. So Grim saying we have manual formation grid. They DSQ if you stop short or go past the grid spot. Yeah, but Janet was saying there's some sort of desync issue where people are hitting each other, and I would think if it's desynced on formation lap, then it's going to be desynced in the race, and that's a bit of a bigger problem, isn't it? Wouldn't you rather find out during formation lap?
Yeah.
Not really sure.
Sorry, I was only half listening. I can't offer any. I was following this Fusions and Say up front here. It's,
yeah, he's closing up.
Really, yeah.
Carrying that penalty, but now he's going to be able to put the pressure on Say and see if Fusions can do something here to get by.
And they're on equal tires too, so if I'm Fusions, I'm feeling pretty good right now. And again, I wish we could see what the tire wear was for each car. Obviously, we have no idea what their tire wear is at. Some guys just burn through the tires, and other guys can make them go 3, 4, 5 laps longer. So if he can get a good exit out of the bus stop chicane and then turn 1, he should be able to overtake Say.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, I don't know, man. We've run a few races already. I haven't seen really any weird formation lap stuff. I don't think that one person saying there's a problem should have been enough to turn it off, in my opinion, but minds are easily influenced around here, I guess.
And here we go. Wow, Say is gonna hold him off. Impressive.
Say holds him off. T-Money looking to get by Jetju here. Jetju's a little ragged through the exit there. And T-Money's gonna go sailing by, it seems. Got that move done nicely.
He's just about got back to where he was when he spun, but I'm going to leave him alone because I cursed him.
Okay. Fusions nearly ran wide there. He almost probably would have picked up a warning if he did. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
No, I'm both burping. So, I think Fusion's also sticking with the assist this year. I think he decided he wasn't going to bother dropping them either. So, I think these guys could be racing each other in Tier 2, or Advanced Tier, as we may call it. We'll see.
What was the other name? You had Pro was Tier 3. Experienced?
I was thinking Elite, Advanced, and Pro.
Okay, there you go.
Like,
yeah,
Elite Tier, Advanced
terms.
Tier, and Professional Tier. I think they're all good. I think the only one I could possibly... I think Elite and Advanced are good, and then Professional is something we can maybe discuss a little more.
Well, if I'm going to go talk to a buddy of mine, I say, yeah, I'm in fourth place in the pro tier.
Mm-hmm.
That's better than saying tier 3.
Right, exactly.
In my opinion.
Hey, right. It still sounds respectable. Oh, the pro tier. All right. Well, how many tiers are there?
Wow.
Oh, well, there's 3. Well, which one's the
2
pro?
other tier.
well, there's advanced, and it's a bit better, and then there's elite, and that one's even better. And so you're like not even first in the worst group. Yeah.
So I'm impressed here. Say is keeping fusions at bay.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't been keeping track. Oh, Adri, what happened to Adri? He spun. Adri spun. It looks like he's okay.
He's got a big gap. He might be able to recover okay.
Yeah.
Something Grim touched on in the chat, though. The tires are ridiculous this year.
In
you
what
overheat
way?
them, and if you overheat them, they take forever to cool down. And on the flip side, they take quite a while to warm up as well.
Huh. Did they make significant changes to the tires this season?
They're definitely different. I mean, the tires themselves are different, right? So I think that they've definitely upgraded the tire model this year. I wouldn't say upgraded, but they've changed it. It's probably a little more realistic. Like, if you cook your tires, like, you shouldn't be able to just start ripping around half a lap later.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to say. Seems like there's a lot of issues with this game at the moment, though. I wouldn't say anything's necessarily game-breaking, but there's definitely some things that need to be looked at. Say is going to hold him off again.
Yeah.
He's running... He must be running some pretty good drag. Either that or he's dumping the battery, trying to stay alive.
Well, Fusion's at 8, and Say is at 78.
A nice little battle with Spider-Man and Vinny here. Vinny trying to get by Spider-Man. Spider-Man trying to break that toe. Asylum's in tow as well. So we got a nice little three-way scrap here.
Oh, Asylum went around. Well, he didn't hit anything, but he kind of lost it going through that long chicane.
As soon as we mention Asylum, he... yeah, it's like I think he keeps the stream on.
And he went around again without hitting anything.
Yeah, it's those tires. He's even more screwed.
Yeah, those hard tires.
But I do think it's something... It is... it happens a lot where we mention somebody's name and then they mess up. And I don't know if it's just like if they've got the stream open and then they just hear us mention them, and it's enough to like pique their interest a bit and they lose that focus. I don't know. I honestly, when I raced, I couldn't be listening to anything else. Like, I had to focus. Like, me and Puff are alone in the party chat, and that was it. Like, it was the only way we could race. And there was times where, in qualifying, I'd be like, like I'd say something, Puff's like, I'm on a hot lap. And it's like, oh yeah, it's basically just saying, shut the fuck up. Shut the F up.
And, that's a camaraderie I really like. Mm-hmm. When you're teamed up with somebody, you get into your private chat. So, me and Terminal Deity, we've been teammates for the last 2 seasons. So, that's the way we operate as well. No other chatter, just talking about the race for the most part.
Yeah, and there'd be times where Fusion's getting pretty close here, coming through the Kemmel Straight again, but not quite close enough. So let's get back to Vinny.
Fusion's went a little sideways there, but he's okay.
Vinny not quite close enough. We'll get back to Fusions. But yeah, times like you DNF and it would, I remember, where was it? I think there was a race where Puff, either me or Puff, one of us DNF'd. I rarely did. So, most of the time it was me left there. But I remember there being a race where we DNF'd and I was just like, look dude, I was gonna shut my mic off and just watch. I'm not even gonna say anything. I'll just kind of leave you alone. And if you got any questions, ask, but I'm not gonna say anything to you. Just kind of let you. I think it was a race where he was winning and he was, just trying to focus on bringing it home for the final half of the race, and I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna get out of your hair, and there's no point in me staying. Like, what am I gonna do in the party chat when I'm not racing? You know, like,
Yeah.
might as well just leave you alone and let you go.
Oh no, Lunar is left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
A few guys
okay.
drop.
He left. I'm sorry. He just left the party, the lobby. So we get the top 2 pitting.
I guess they're going to hards. They have to, right?
Yeah, boy, I would have tried to stretch it out a little bit more, but I'm a tier 3 driver. And yes, the hard tires, it is.
Another yellow.
And CAA as well.
That's all clear. Fusions, ooh, just about crossed that line. I know Adri out in the lead, but obviously we'll need to pit again.
So Vinny stayed out as well on his 11-lap old mediums.
Yeah, I think the guys that stayed out, I would imagine, are thinking about going to a soft maybe at the end. Jinnet's done 6 laps on the soft. Let's ride on board with Jinnet and see what kind of grip he's got at the moment. He is closing quickly on these guys ahead of him.
So we'll get 6.
Though he is much quicker than them, to be fair.
He's got no battery.
Oh, he was thinking about that. I thought he was going to send it there. It was right around the outside on Spider-Man. Spider-Man just struggling for grip at the moment. Jinnet sails by. Jinnet's really on another level than these two, though. Like, he's a much more skilled driver and should really make quick work of them regardless of the tire situation. So I'm not sure this is an accurate representation of the pace advantage of the softs at 6 laps in, but nonetheless, he seems to be holding his own quite well.
I feel that the softs, and I haven't practiced this, so I don't know what this season's tire changes is, how that's affected tire wear.
Right.
But I feel that they were good for 8 to 10 laps anyways after qualifying. I was able to do that, go 8 to 10 laps and then hop on the mediums to the end of the race. You know, when you go slow enough, you can really preserve those tires. You won't win many races, but... So Vinny is boxing, 11-lap old mediums. And it looks like he's going to the hard tires. Okay, hard tires is
maybe just wanted that extra tire life out of it. I'm not too sure.
All right, Adri, prove me right here. You should be able to go another. Actually, he's probably put himself in that window now. If he went another lap, he's got to jump onto the softs.
Yeah. Adri's pace seems okay versus the hards, right? Doesn't seem to be losing too much.
No. Stagnant, really. And so if Adri did box this lap, he would come out P3. Perhaps. Jeez, I don't remember the delta.
Is there really much of an advantage? Like, I mean, if he can keep going and maintain this gap, he might as well go to the softs. He actually might be able to fight back.
He's dropped a couple tenths down the straight. I don't know how that happens.
I think the best thing for him would be if Fusions gets in range and starts to slow down. Say.
All right, so Adri is going around again. I will predict he will box next lap. And yeah, Sei's made up quite a bit of time on him.
Yeah, this lap he's taking big chunks out. I would say those mediums are probably toast now. I think he can get the hards or the softs to the end here, though. Jinnet's gone 7 laps on them now. Actually, Jinnet's going to be right in Adri's window. They might be racing wheel to wheel at the end, but Jinnet's going to be hoping for some kind of VSC or safety car because he's not going to be able to get to the end here.
So
very hesitant on the throttle.
I don't know what Sei is doing to preserve and maintain such battery life. But he's been in the 70% range pretty much every time I've checked in on him, where Adri currently, well, actually, he's quite a bit higher. But Fusion's at 11, and so is Jinnit. Asylum is 0.
Fusions is just fighting tooth and nail to try and hang on, and I think it's using up a lot of that battery to do so, and obviously it's not going to pay off. He seems to be losing pace now.
Yeah, and he just got another 3-second penalty.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Where's Adri? Alright, Adri, if you are listening, you're boxing this lap, right? I probably shouldn't offer advice like that. However, I doubt he's listening.
Shouldn't be. He should be focused on driving.
He's going around again. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
so
maybe he's hoping for that safety car. If he gets it, he's going to be in a great spot.
He's lost over 1.5 seconds on that lap.
But he's still gaining on Jinnit, which is really, like, ultimately that's the guy you need to be in front of. Asylum's closing on Jinnit as well. Did somebody was chasing down Jinnit and they're gone now. Who was that?
Was it Vinny Clips?
Yeah, did he have a moment? Oh, he boxed, okay.
So Asylum is on the oldest set of hard tires. He's got 2 guys on P2, P3 that are on some fresher hard tires.
Jinnit's just hanging on for dear life at this point. There's no way he's got any grip left there. Yeah, he wanted to keep. I don't know why he wanted to keep Asylum ahead through there, stay ahead of Asylum through there. I guess every little bit counts, but Asylum has much more grip at the moment.
Did you see how that played out? That's like the Verstappen of Austria. Jinnit was behind Asylum when they went past the DRS check line. So Jinnit was the one that had the DRS in front of
they both picked up a penalty there. Both ran wide, consecutive penalties issued. I think Asylum's going to get Jinnit here, though. Like, as long as he's patient, he knows Jinnit's desperate at this point. Jinnit really has nothing to lose. He's just praying for a safety car.
That was the word I was going to use.
Asylum! And there's the safety car.
And he's out.
That's the safety car.
Adri's in the pits.
Oh my goodness, Adri's pit?
And
is that going to be a safety car, though?
He better go onto the softs.
It's a safety car. Oh my goodness. This is music to Adri's and Jinnit's ears, and the guys on hards have gone by. They will be on the Delta, but Adri's not lost. Adri's going to be in the lead, I think, when they come back around. He's in front of the safety car.
He's in front of the safety car, exactly.
Vinny has picked up a speeding under the safety car. Interesting end to this race. We've only got 9 guys left, but pretty interesting still. Massive for Jinnit. It was funny because I was saying, like, what's the point of fighting Asylum that hard? But he basically pushed him into an error.
Yeah, that's too bad. I mean, because he did, like you said, he just needed to be patient. I mean, he was only 2 or 3 tenths behind. Wait till you get the...
easily would have got him.
Yeah. And he knows that the tire wear, or how old Jinnit's tires were, which was 8 or 9 laps. So it's like, you've got him. There's no reason to risk.
So, do you think that there's a chance either of these guys out front stay out for track position? Is there a point on a track like this for track position, or do you just need to get on the softs and make sure that you can actually race? Because Adri has no penalties, and he's right there on softs. You can't. You have to match him, I think, right?
Yeah, Fusions and Say I think are in trouble.
I would say they're in trouble, but I think that Adri will potentially get out in front of them. I mean, he's 14 seconds behind Fusions, and I think that is enough for both of them to pit, I think.
Well, is this... Oh, yeah, but still, they will be nose to tail.
Oh,
once they...
absolutely. But they need to pit. They can't come out on hards or they're gonna get passed.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. Say into the pits, fusions into the pits. Yeah, that's what we expected. I'd imagine if you're on hards at this point, you got to get onto softs. Even T-Money, I think, will come in.
And so Adri, I assume, will assume the lead.
No, I don't think he will. He's too far back.
He's coming
He's
down the front
throttled
straight right now.
right? Like, as soon as he crosses that line, it'll say catch safety car, but those guys have been released already.
Oh, well, floor it.
He might just get them. He might.
No.
Did he get... He got fusions, though.
Yeah.
He got one of them.
So, all right.
Oh
So now...
goodness. They were closing on that safety car fast.
Yeah, I imagine say he was thinking the same thing we were. He's got to get out of the pits. So now, all right, a little change up. We got Adri behind Say, and we'll see if
Adri will send it too. He's fearless. So if I was Say, I'd be really careful here.
And everybody's going to have fresh battery now. So unfortunately, we're probably not going to get going again until lap 19, maybe lap 20, which would really be a stinker, but yep, everybody's boxing going on to the softs.
Yeah,
I hope T-Money does.
No point in not being on softs at this point.
T-Money stayed out. T-Money stayed out. He's ghosted for some reason. How can that be?
Asylum's also running no assist, so he probably will end up in that top group as well.
Alright, so we need spot up triples, a back marker
to... Jesus, Adri nearly ran into Say there. Did you see that? Probably would have ripped the wheel off.
Yeah, you don't need to be that close right now.
No, I think he was just looking at something and he didn't realize they slowed down and he nearly plowed into them. Maybe just missed the slowdown there.
Well, I think I had my last speeding on the safety car and it was at this track. I swore to myself I would never have that happen again. I get the poorest starts on restarts because I'm giving that guy in front of me plenty of room. I don't want to be anywhere near him, and I want to keep that delta in check.
Right.
So, yeah, at least he didn't make contact, so that's good. He didn't damage his wing. And hopefully we're just going around one more time.
Yeah, I think we're just waiting for everyone to catch up here. T-Money really needs to get in the pit lane, though. I don't know why he's on hards.
Well, he's ghosted as well. I don't understand.
Oh, you know what? He did disconnect a while ago. Maybe he didn't get back.
Okay. Yeah, I missed that.
But yeah, that disconnected ages ago.
That would certainly explain why he's not boxing. So he's a non-fact. Yeah. Well, hopefully, like you said, his ghost car can catch up.
I wonder what the AI is on right now, though.
What does the league have a preferred setting for that?
It was set to 80 in the past, but I think that's too high, honestly.
Yeah.
I think that's too high because we've seen ghosted cars like sitting in people's way, like it's distracting, right? Even though they're ghosted, it's still a distraction. So I think we'll be bringing that number down. I don't know if it'll be like league wide the same or if it'll be like staggered by each group, but
well, as the lobby host for Tier 3, I believe the setting I had it on was 60. And again, just like you said, for me it was like, okay, you can't have guys going AI or ghosted and really holding guys, maintaining position because the guys behind them are just not fast enough. So
Yeah.
I don't know what that number is, but I was just curious. I never really did ask anybody. It was really low on my priority list, but good to know that you guys probably had it around 80.
Yeah, I think the idea was that if you disconnect that you don't lose as much while you're getting back to your car, but it's also unfair in a sense where if you don't get back, then you've got a ghost car going around at a reasonable rate, right? So
Yep. Yep.
we don't really want that. We want to have some balance between, you know, well, yeah, you got disconnected and it sucks, but like, you know, we also can't have a ghosted car going around for 10 laps that is somewhat competitive. That's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, everybody should do what they can to have the rather than. Oh,
I
geez,
don't know
my
if I like
techno.
that. I think
Like
that was
what?
a bit of a start-stop there. Say he started going and then he kind of slowed down again. That's very deceptive. I think Adri thought we were going, and I did too.
And yeah, say he's gone now.
Yeah. Like, I would definitely think that would be at least investigated in an actual league race, potentially a penalty. Because how can you trust, like, after he did it once, how can you trust that he actually went this time? And Adri sat back, and now he's a second and a half off. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
my opinion, it's a little dicey there. I don't really like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for doing what you can to catch the guys off guard, but you can't threaten
You can't
their
start and
race.
stop. No, you can't start and then slow down again. Like, if you punch the throttle and you start going, you know, full gear, full gear shifts
Oh my
and
God.
everything, and yeah, Adri's missed that corner. He somehow didn't get a penalty. How on earth did that happen? Absolutely should not be holding that position at the moment either, but I think we'll just let it slide for now.
Yeah, so he's lost an incredible amount of time here on this first lap.
He was much slower than these guys at the beginning, remember. He was dropping pace quite a bit. I wonder what the chat thinks. We got a few people watching. Anybody think that was a start and stop? He looked like he went and then slowed down again. See what other people think.
Giving Adri fits. It's incredible how close he is to him.
Yeah, he'll be by shortly. He's really killed the gap to say, though, if Adri's just ruined Fusion's race.
And if I'm Adri, I let him by and then I just tuck in behind him because it's no use driving with your eyes in the rearview mirror. However, now he's got Jinnit.
Oh, Jinnit's right back in the mix again, eh?
Yes, he is. Equal tires, pretty much.
Yeah, he should make quick work of Adri. He was well ahead early on. Shouldn't take too long. I'm really looking forward to my shower after this.
Yeah, you gotta be. I had time to take mine.
Yeah, I prefer to, but, you know, truck breaks down on the exit of the highway. It's kind of hard to do things
I
about
appreciate you just jumping into the booth.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to do this a couple times on Mondays this year, I think. It's going to happen a few times, but you know, something I'll have to get used to. I do stay up a little later now and sleep in a bit longer, so it kind of works itself out.
So Fusions is making some inroads now. He's down to 2.3.
Yeah, he's carrying that penalty, though. That's going to be hard to overcome.
Yeah, you're right. And, yeah, Adri, you're right. Adri's just really fallen off here.
He just didn't have that pace at the beginning of the race, and I thought maybe if he got a good restart, he'd take a look and send it, but, you know, he just got caught out there, I think.
So, Vinny Clips and Private Jetju are having a little private battle for P6 here.
Oh, big moment for Spider-Man. He's out.
Oh, he's out. Please, no safety car. Can't have a safety car now.
Yeah,
Vinny Clips does get passed.
We're okay. Yeah. Once the last car gets by, we're good, I think. Too close to the end.
Well, yeah, Fusions might not be able to overcome his 3-second penalty, but he can still win on track. And Seiya could get a penalty if you get close enough and stop pressuring him.
He could. What's Fusion's carrying for penalties? Just he's got 6 seconds. That's a lot.
Is it 6 seconds?
Yeah, Janet's got 6 as well. Adri has none, so Adri will probably finish P2. Well, Janet and Fusions are racing heads up. Let's see if I think Janet would put a little feather in his cap if he can get by Fusions and finish P2 after the race he had. He had that error earlier, and he ran a bit of a wonky strategy in the middle to try and get back up there, and it looked like he was probably not going any higher than P2 anyways. Now he's got another penalty, though, so...
you know, I guess it worked out for him, though, jumping onto those softs, because he made up enough...
Oh, and there goes Fusions!
Oh, there's Janet in the P2.
Yeah, no problem there.
I was going to say...
with a big moment.
Janet was able to make up enough track position to, you know, put himself in this position, because if he had gone onto the hards or the mediums, he would definitely not have gained as much time on the leaders, if he gained any. But
the T-Money's close to Vinny now. I was ghosted. I keep forgetting that. Ooh, a battle. Well, no.
It's last lap.
Just a ghost.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's the last lap. I mean, I've seen enough. There was some...
Yeah.
a 13 driver turnout and half of them crash. I mean, it's pretty... Nope. That's exactly half of them now. Yeah.
So, no close battles.
No, that's it. I think we're done.
I'm going to talk about Seiya, see if we can't give him the commentator's curse. Seiya, comfortable lead.
Yeah, breezing out to a comfortable lead. Seems super smooth. Hasn't made any errors tonight. No penalties. Surely he'll bring it home safely in one piece. Shouldn't be any problems. Come on! Crash, damn you.
From here on in, there's nothing but smooth sailing.
Yeah, everything's hunky-dory. There's our race winner right there. Winning the race. Don't count your ducks before he's slowing down. He's taking it so easy to make sure. I know he's listening. I'm sure he half thought about crashing on purpose just for the laugh, but yeah, no, he's driven well tonight. Really hasn't been challenged.
Yeah, no, he has. Really, he kept himself in front of everybody. Only at the beginning of the race did he really, after Fusions was able to make up the time.
Yeah. Fusions did give him some grief for a little while, but he seemed like he had the outright pace to cover it off, so. There he goes.
There it is.
There, nice. Gives us our crash. Just kidding, the race isn't over. Adri wins. We actually added an extra lap, we didn't tell you. Janet comes home in third. Jetju will bring it home in fourth. Not bad for Jetju. He had a pretty rough night out there, but P4 at the end of it. Spot up triples will bring it home in fifth, and despite the issues he had as well, also gets another solid result. I mean, he's finishing the races. He's had some spins and stuff, but he's hanging in there, so.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm hanging my hat on finishing the race. I mean, like you said, half the field didn't.
It's been every single one of our pre-race or pre-season races, we've lost half the field. Even if we had 20 to begin with, it's been 10 DNF. Like, I don't know if this theme is going to carry on through the season, but it's becoming a little concerning at this point.
I'm gonna attribute it to the fact that this race really doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I suppose that's part of it. I don't know.
Give them the benefit of the doubt. You know, it's like time trial. You really give it everything you got, and you end up spinning most of the time. So I'm thinking maybe these guys here in these exhibition races have been doing just that. They've been giving everything they got, and some of them spin. So say yay. You won. Yeah, incredible, the DNFs.
Yeah, it's nuts. I'm gonna wrap up the stream though. I gotta get showered and get some dinner in me before it gets too late. So we'll catch you. I'm assuming we'll probably try to run a couple more races this week, at least one more probably, whether that's Wednesday or Thursday. So keep an eye out for that. Maybe I'll be on the stream. We'll see if we can get maybe some other commentary guys out to run another one before the week's over. And then next week is evaluation races. So Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday we're going to be at Silverstone, and we're going to be running. It will just be a mixed field. People sign up for the day that suits them best, and we're gonna run those evaluation races. And they're not real races; they're more so to get an idea of people's race pace and how they do on older tires and fuel managing, tire management, stuff like that. Just in case there is some discrepancies, with the time trials, if there's some close calls, we'll kind of go to the race pace to decide who's more suited for each tier. So it is important, but it's not really about who wins or who comes across the line first. It's about consistency and overall speed. So that'll be going on next week. Time trials will be due at the end of next week as well. So maybe you want to get grinding on your time trials, and if you haven't filled out your sign-up sheet yet, do that. And we'll catch you next race probably tomorrow or Thursday, and we'll see if we can get another solid track on the calendar for you, and maybe we can get more than 60% of the field to finish next time. That'd be a delight. GP, any final thoughts?
I can't wait for the season to start. I'm really glad that next week the races start to mean something. Evaluation races, that means something. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, and the week after, the season begins.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that a lot.
Me too. Super excited. Obviously, it's been a little bit of a drag here through the last couple of weeks trying to get the preseason sorted, but we're getting things fired up, and things are going to start rolling. So it's the last week of fun, and then we get down to the serious business starting next week. And then the week after, we kick off Season 8 of Zenith Online Racing. And we'll have that Monday group. Should be on the stream here with GP for the Monday group. And that should be our no assist tier, or line-only tier, as we'll call it. And we'll see what the name is, whether it's Tier 1 or Elite or Advanced or whatever. We'll come up with something for you. But that's it for tonight. And I'll catch you next race.
See you guys.